Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Hendu's show. We're so excited that you're here. Hey guys, how's it going? You know, it's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? It's like the media in this country will do everything humanly possible to protect the left, to protect their little nest. I mean, if it was a Republican mayor in California with these fires, they would be crucifying them. But no, no, no. It's a black woman, Democrat, so you can't touch her. Oh, no. It's not her fault. Everybody else's fault. DEI. Oh, it's not DEI. It's everybody else's fault. You know, the thing about the Democrats, there are a lot of good people that are Democrats. Many people that are kind-hearted are good. They're Democrats, but they're good people. School teachers, just anybody and everybody. People that are loving and caring and so forth. The problem with the Democrats is their policies are terrible. Their policies are destructive, and they just lead to a Holocaust like this thing in California. I mean, it's all about protecting the people as long as they're Democrats and as long as they carry the water for the Democratic Party and they're part of the system. They'll throw you as a Democrat. They'll throw you under a bus as quick as they can if you get out of their circle. Remember the mayor of New York? They raided him, right? They're going to convict him and everything else because he got out of line. He didn't carry the water for Joe Biden. And probably a good example was the NFL players. You remember a couple of years ago, the NFL players, they got on this kick about we've got to let the criminals out of prisons because they are all put in there because they smoked a joint. Well, everybody knew that was a lie. They robbed somebody, they raped somebody, they beat somebody up, they stole people's stuff, broke into their homes, and then they got caught with some pot, so that put them over the top. So what did the NFL players do? Oh, we got to let them out. Oh, they're all good people, blah, blah, blah. And so the politicians saw this, and they said, hey, this is the way we can get us a few votes. Let's start letting them out of prisons. So they leaned on the judges and found some liberal judges, and before you knew it, they were just emptying out the prisons. But these good-hearted people, these liberals, Democrats, they never stop to think about what it does to the community. FBI statistics state that 85% of the crimes committed by black people are against other black people. When a black guy gets out of jail, guess what? He gets out and he rapes a black woman. He beats up a black man. He robs them at gunpoint. They break into their houses. Can you imagine when all those people were let out of jail, the havoc that they committed or created on the black community? They all, as black people, basically all want to live together, so they go there and it's terrible the crimes they commit against each other. Now, I'm not saying all of them are, most black people I know are very good people. I'm talking about the criminals. I'm talking about when you let criminals out of jail, they keep doing exactly what they did to get in jail. Perfect example, you go on YouTube and put in these court things, right? And you watch these judges, and they just have these young black men come in front of them. And it could be any criminals, white criminals too, it doesn't matter. And they've all created like crime after crime after crime. And the judge says, "Oh, I think I can change you. You will be good, blah, blah, blah." Lets them right back out on the street. A week later, a month later, they're right back in front of them. You know, they've broken into somebody else's car. They've stole somebody else's money or possessions. They're never going to change because that's who they are. But you've got these kind-hearted Democrats and liberals that think, oh, they'll change. Everything's going to be fine. Does anyone ever stop to think about the community? You know, when a guy gets out of jail and he starts committing crime, he's committing crime against people. Other people who are just trying to live a normal life. You know, you got a dad, you got a mom, black or white, Chinese, Indian, hell, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're just getting up in the morning, going to work, working hard. Mom trying to get the kids ready to school. They get off to school. At the end of the day, the kids come home. Mom and dad, they just want to come home, take them to a ball game, take them to a movie, or just have a decent dinner at home with them. What they don't need is they don't need somebody breaking into their home and robbing it when they're away, or beating up their kids, or even the mom or dad when they're out somewhere. They don't need that crap. But it's like the kind-hearted liberals and the kind-hearted Democrats, it's all about letting them do that. You know, right now you're hearing the mayor of New York saying, oh, the subway, or the governor of New York, oh, the subways are safe in New York. They're not safe. I mean, if you have to have the National Guard out protecting the metro, it's not safe. When you have people being lit on fire, killing them, it's not safe. And, you know, you can just get on YouTube and you can just listen person after person say, yeah, I was accosted and, you know, robbed and beat up and whatever. I mean, just seems like every day there's, and I know there's a lot of people that go through that metro, but, you know, there's no problem having a safe metro or safe streets, okay? Now, I say it's the liberals' fault and the Democrats' fault. And I'm a little misguided in saying that because it's really not their fault. They're going to do what they're going to do. You know, you play with a snake long enough, it's going to bite you. It's not the snake's fault. That's just who it is, what it is. The people that are at fault are you, the citizens of New York. It's your fault. It's the same way. It's the problem is not the liberals, not the Democrats. It's the citizens of L.A., of California. It's your fault. And the reason it's your fault is you keep electing these idiots. What do you expect's going to happen? Now, I know that a lot of you are circling around to protect the mayor and blah, blah, blah. It's just going to happen again. You know, when Rudy Giuliani got elected to be mayor of New York, in no time, New York was a lot safer. Why? Because he didn't put up that crap. I remember when I was in high school a long time ago, I would have liked to have moved to New York, but New York was not a safe place. There was a story of this lady being raped on the streets, and that people would open their windows, hear her screaming, and close the windows because they were all afraid to go out there because they knew, you know, they would have been the next victim. That was a big story back then. But Rudy Giuliani, he went in there and he cleaned up that crap. Then later on, you know, the same thing. Everything goes in waves and cycles. Well, right now, I mean, the dumbass mayors that they got up there right now, crime. Now, if I was mayor of New York, I'd stop that crap in an instant. And you would too, because you'd use some common sense. You as if you're a Republican listening to me. But they're not going to do it because that's just who they are. And so the Democrats and the liberals, the way of thinking is just kind of skewed, to be honest with you. And it's never going to change, well, until you start electing people who don't make these stupid-ass decisions. It's going to stay that way. Like back when I was in high school, the Dirty Harry movies were big. Clint Eastwood. And they were big, you know. Dirty Harry, he was a character that he was a detective, but he pushed the law to the limits. If you gave him much crap, he'd just shoot your ass, you know. Oh, all the liberal women, they hated him. He hated him. How could you be that way? Well, this was about the same time all that crap was happening in New York. The viewers, the citizens of America, they loved Dirty Harry. Why? Because they were tired of all that crap happening. So, anyways, the point in California, you're never going to have water for the fire hoses, as long as you have stupid people making stupid decisions. Now, it might not be water. They probably learned their lesson on that, but it'll be something else. So, anyways, but another point is, so what do you have? You got the liberal, Democratic newspapers, media, all circling the wagons to protect their friends. So let's see what they're saying here.
Fish.
And look, I understand part of this is natural human reaction. This is a catastrophe here in Los Angeles like no one has seen before. And automatically people want to find somebody to blame. It is what it is. But what I would encourage everybody who's watching this program right now to do, Google Khloe Kardashian and the Kardashians.
Now, guess what? How would she be reacting if it was the Republican? Oh, those dirty little bastards, they burn you out. How dare them, blah, blah, blah. Now she's complaining about Khloe Kardashian because Khloe Kardashian came out and said the mayor was pretty crappy.
Kardashians and water usage. You'll find some very interesting.
So she's complaining about Khloe Kardashian's water usage. Maybe she's trying to make the point, this is why L.A. burned. I'm not sure.
Information, because their family alone, the amount of water they use is so excessive that it...
Oh, those Kardashians, they just use way too much water. If they had not used all that water, we could have saved L.A.
was a news story, a big news story here in Los Angeles. So I find that her comments to call out Mayor Bass, and especially in a moment where people are just trying to survive, you know, and you are one of the most glamorous, privileged families in this city. And so...
What in the hell does that have to do with anything? So anyways, let's move along here, see what else we got.
We had winds that were 100 miles an hour. The municipal water system.
You're absolutely right. You had winds that were 100 miles an hour, and they were definitely a contributing factor to the fires. But guess what? Next year, about the same time, you're going to have winds that are 100 miles an hour. And the year after that, you got it. You guessed. Winds that are 100 miles an hour. You've got to prepare for this stuff.
System that is not equipped to fight four to six major fires at one time, because people have to understand the same water the fire department gets is the same one the residents use. All right, so they are not. There's no water system in the country that is equipped to handle.
No. He got trillions and trillions and trillions of gallons of water just across the street. It's called the ocean. But Lord, they would never pipe into that, not for any kind of special lineage or something, for sprinklers or something. Can't mess with the ocean. That's environmental safety. I mean, obviously you can't put it in the drinking water, but I don't see why you can't have it in sprinklers and things. Just have it plastic piping, not metal. I'm sure you could figure out a way to at least protect downtown with it.
That's the
of
facts.
this magnitude.
That's
and that is the facts, right? And so there will be time to assess Mayor Karen Bass's performance.
Now here you got your standard guy here. He took a bunch of money to kind of say he was supporting Kamala Harris, but you know they can never. He's probably getting money right now. They're probably feeding him money and say, here, we're gonna bring somebody over to talk to you on your show, and if you could make us look good, we would appreciate it. Not that I'm being cynical or anything.
I don't know if now in real time, as information is coming in and as we're trying to understand that information, if now is the.
So anyways, guys, I've talked enough. That's my slant on it. If you don't vote new people in, Republicans, or at least semi-conservative, somebody's got some common sense, it's always going to be the same crap, you know. Now, I'm all about the environment. I'm a big environmentalist. I love the environment. I'm a tree hugger. But not to the point where you're going to burn people out of their homes. You know, 10,000 years ago, lightning would strike. There was so much brush everywhere. It'd just burn and burn and burn. You'd have a great forest fire until it burned itself out. Then next week, when another lightning strike, then nothing happened because there was no more underbrush. But nowadays, they don't allow any underbrush burning because they want to save the planet. Can't have that carbon crap coming up. So anyways, if you make those kind of decisions, you know, after 5 or 6 years, that underbrush is just going to be a lot of kindling, and it's going to go up like a dynamite. And that's kind of what happened. That and the winds and having no water in the fire hydrants, that was probably a big plus. That's my point. So have a great night, and hopefully next time we see you, things will be a little brighter. Bye-bye.